ladies and gents. Hello and welcome back to another Tink's Medieval Times Battle Bonanza. This is a very exciting episode. Actually, it's the first battle that I've done that doesn't contain Bohemond of Taranto. Probably because he wasn't born at the point that this battle took place that would preclude him. We're going to look today at the 1053 Battle of Civitate, and here's one I made earlier in classic Blue Peter fashion. We're going to fight it on the Pavia map, on the main Medieval 2 Total War engine. But of course, Civitate is not anywhere near Pavia, it's in southern Italy, in the territory of the former Principality of Benevento. More on that in a moment. Some complications here. This is another battle where I get to break that golden rule, which is do not, in the 11th century, under any circumstances, fight the Normans. And here I am, playing as Pope Leo IX, in alliance with some Germans from Swabia, who have turned up to join forces with the Pope in order to restrain the repressive Normans. So that's why we've got Papal States and Germans here against the Sicilian Normans. Just a quick word on soldiers. I've just refreshed my memory of this battle with my copy of John Julius Norwich's The Normans in the South. He says of the Papal forces that I will be commanding, somewhat inauspiciously, that they were so poorly prepared for battle that their opposite number, the Norman Richard of Aversa, cut through them like a knife through butter. Now, I have allowed myself some Papal Guard and a Great Cross because, the Pope's here, so why not? But the rest of this army, as you can see, is complete crap. The Germans, who will be positioned alongside my army, are considerably stronger. Very much the most proficient element of this Papal alliance. The Byzantine Empire also promised to provide troops to support Leo's coalition. You will notice there are no Byzantine forces on this battle, and that is because the Byzantines failed to turn up. Less than ideal. Just a quick word on the Normans. Lots of cavalry, lots of infantry. They're all pretty good. Classic Normans. Let's get going. One of the reasons why the Pope is fighting this battle is basically because he feels that the Normans are a military threat to his southern frontier. And I'll continue after Pope Leo IX has given us his inspiring battlefield speech. Let's hear it, Leo. Any time now, Leo.
Well, that's a fine thing. I see a foe worth the killing and brave soldiers beside me who are up to the mark. I can also feel an inspiring speech coming on. So listen to me. Listen well, you brave fellows. And so we must face Sicilians, a kind of man put upon the earth to test the patience of all other Christian souls. Murder and thievery are their chief trades, although dressing like soldiers appears to be among their other accomplishments.
Solid banter from the Pope there, but the Normans definitely had better soldiers than he did at this battle.
Steady your nerves, men, and stand fast. Our foes have cavalry, but no horse charges onto a spear unless ridden by a madman. And now, put your trust in good steel and hard-hearted comrades. Then let us see what God wills for us.
Well, historically, God wills defeat for you. Let's see if I can do a better job than the actual Leo IX. Looking at the tremendous quality of the soldiers in front of us now, I somewhat doubt it. So old Leo, has basically got a large amount of crap here. I'm hoping the Germans are going to rock up somewhere over. Oh, yes, they are. And historically, the Germans were positioned on Leo's centre, actually. There is a right wing of Leo's army as well, which I suppose I could try and emulate in this battle. We'll see how it goes. But anyway, these have been provided by the German Emperor, Henry III, who slowly wakes up to the fact that Leo's comments about the threat posed by the Normans in their southern Italian possessions to the papacy might be a problem. Leo's a great reformer. He's keen for the church and the bishops in the church to follow his rules. The Normans in this period are somewhat less keen on that, so let's see if today's Leo IX can impose his will on the Norman counts and dukes of southern Italy. Well, they all seem to have formed up near the Germans, which is splendid. Historically, I would have been facing some Normans over here, actually, under the command of Richard of Aversa, who made rather short work of the real papal forces at the Battle of Civitate. We are going to see if the same thing happens here. One advantage I have is numbers, and overall the papal forces did have a numerical advantage at this battle. It didn't help them, because, as I'm sure we're about to find out, these soldiers aren't very good. There's religious fanatics here. God, these are people who really like imposing rules surrounding the banning of simony and church marriage on the priests and bishops of southern Italy, because who wouldn't want to spend an afternoon doing that? Italian spear militia, a classic staple of a medieval two total war army. Well, lads, I'm not sure I'm a big fan of that troop deployment, to be honest. Right, let's draw these guys up here. These fellas can come behind them, and then these lads have a big block here, and they can kind of be my mobile wing. I'm just going to pop over and see what the Germans are. Oh, I can't. They're too far away. Now, what's happening here? Do you think today's German allies are playing a Byzantine card? Because they do seem to have rather conveniently just kind of wandered off. Let's hope the Normans aren't feeling too aggressive today. Unfortunately, the Normans historically in this battle were pretty aggressive, because they're they're Normans, aren't they? This is what the Normans do. I'll try and take down these knights. Where are you going? Come on. The old Germans, hurry up, because I actually don't... I mean, I know, obviously, Leo IX loses this battle historically, but the Germans do actually get stuck in to the real Battle of Civitate in a way that they simply don't seem to be doing here. Ooh, these lads are going for a flank attack. I'm just going to attack them with all of the religious fanatics. All of them. You know, there's one thing you've got to take care with here. Just don't piss off the religious fanatics. Ooh, hello. Let's see what happens. Now, we'll come back to those in a moment. I'll tell you how the whole...
Battle is in our favour. If we remain true and wholehearted, victory will be ours.
Well, it's in our favour at the moment because it hasn't really started yet, has it? Now let's see if all that guff that Leo was giving us at the beginning of the battle about charging into spearmen is actually paying off. That's what it seems to be, actually. Yes. The whole charge into the spearman strategy doesn't seem to be working wonders for our little Norman pals. And I've got to wonder if today might be the day when the Normans lose. Now, here I'd be fighting Richard of Aversa and Humphrey de Hauteville, who's one of the numerous, I think there are about 9 de Hauteville brothers who rock up in southern Italy at points during the 11th century. Robert Guiscard, who we've met before, is one of them. He's actually present at this battle as well. Let's say he's these guys over here who appear to be doing currently not very much. Maybe attempting to outflank my papal forces. Let's have a look at the religious fanatics. The religious fanatics seem to have finished whatever it was they were doing here, so I wonder if we can use them to take out these armoured sergeants. Meanwhile, the cross is here. The line holds. The Germans are very, very slowly making their appearance. I really do. They're behaving very much like the Byzantine Empire behaved in the actual battle. Those of you who've just tuned in, the Byzantines are supposed to be present at this battle, but historically they didn't turn up, so I have emulated that by not representing them here. And look, I love the Byzantines as much as the next man. In fact, possibly slightly more than the next man. Hey, look! Am I winning? No, surely I'm not winning the Battle of Civitate. I lost the Battle of Harran and I'm winning this. This is crazy. Well, tell you what, let's just pile in. Yeah, in fact, send the Papal Guard in. Now, whilst I am... Ooh, no, I've got a bit cocky here, haven't I? It's almost as if I'm not invested in this Papal army. No comment. Yeah, because actually, there seems to be quite a lot of people up here. The thing that's going to be the decisive blow is the Germans, which of course actually was really the whole point. I mean, these German soldiers, these armoured sergeants here, historically, were the best soldiers in Leo's army. It is a pity that I don't have any control over them on this battle, because they haven't really done much.
To our Lord. Our men have slain the enemy general. Now his men will lose heart.
Richard of Aversa, R.I.P. Just again, a historical note that Richard of Aversa was not killed in the historical Battle of Civitate. Neither was Humphrey de Hauteville or Robert Guiscard. They all survive. Actually, so does Leo IX, even despite the fact that he is defeated in the historical battle. He's doing rather better here. I can't really believe that's down to me, to be honest. I haven't pulled any staggeringly effective tactics. Well, except with these religious fanatics, I've put a lot of effort into making good use of them. Right, lads, shall we come back and deal with these armoured sergeants? These Papal Guard have done well.
Only half the enemy force remains. The battle is in our favour. If we remain true and wholehearted, victory will be ours.
I'm amazed that half of them are still here. Where are they? Oh, they're over here. What are they doing over there? Oh, hello, Germans. Just in time to have no impact on this battle whatsoever. Thanks for being here. How did I win? I mean, I haven't won yet, but I have won. I mean, how has this happened? Oh, look at this. These religious fanatics are having an absolutely spicy time. Religious fanatics versus Norman knights. The best unit on this battlefield versus one of the worst. But actually,
only half our force remains.
Well, it's fine, virtually none of theirs does. How are these Norman knights getting butchered by religious fanatics? This is bloody tragic. Not for me, obviously, because I'm going to win, but what's going on? Historically, Leo IX, who's actually in the nearby fortress town of Civitate, is defeated and captured by the Normans, and he's paraded around in their army for a bit before they force a load of concessions. And actually quite a useful alliance from him, which ends up benefiting both parties in the longer term. But actually, I've got to say, if the Normans had lost this battle, then the whole of Mediterranean history in the 11th century would have played out very differently. Who knows, maybe Bohemond of Taranto might not have become the great thing.
Flees the battle! Run down those worthless peasants!
I think that's a bit harsh, but one thing I will say, guys, it's a real turn-up for the books. I was not expecting to win that.
Victory is ours. Let victory be a salve on our wounds, proudly earned in the name of the Holy Cross.
Yes. I mean, one thing we do have to say, just as a quick post-match analysis before I sign off, is the Normans definitely killed more men than we did. The ludicrous size of my army played out, and a lot of those spear militia gave their lives to protect the head of the Catholic Church, and they did a great job. Really, a much better job than the people who actually fought at this battle did, so well done them. And the Germans, unlike in the real Battle of Civitate, did bugger all. Ladies and gents, thanks very much. I'll see you next time.